ding dong. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Okay, everyone, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Hey ya, hey ya. Hi, Destiny family. How are you doing? It's Friday again, but of course it doesn't matter which day of the week that you are seeing this video. Be it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't matter because I'm going to say welcome to you. I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And thank you for taking the time out to actually view this video. This evening, this morning, this afternoon, I actually have a dilemma. Someone is in a dilemma and they would like us, the Destiny family, to actually help them to sort it out. So this has to do with, it's a relationship problem. And I should say as well, going forward, to ease us into the weekend, I am going to have more relationship issues, something like that. That kind of video is what I will be posting. By the way, I hope that you actually like the changes that we have made. So you would have noticed that on the channel, we actually have more pre-recorded videos. And I hope that you are liking the changes. And of course, if there is something that you would like us to include as well, that the family could benefit from, do remember to drop me a comment. Just drop me a comment, or you can actually send me a what do I call it? An Instagram message as well. What I will do at the time of editing, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to include the Instagram link for you to send me a message. If there is anything that you would like to see us include in, on the channel as well in terms of videos. Okay, so I'm going to read what the issue is, and then we are going to actually see what other people are saying. Then I'm going to give my opinion as well. And of course, you're going to say whether or not you agree with what I have said. Okay, so the title of this dilemma is, my mother says that my partner has a bad vibe. So this lady is about to get married, but of course the mom is not in agreement. So all right, so here goes. I'm going to read what the lady said. I am engaged and planning my wedding for 2024. We are happy and in love, but unfortunately, my mother cannot stand a bone in my partner. She has told me that he isn't right for me, not for any discernible reason other than that she got a vibe. And we parents, sometimes adults, we get that little vibe. And we know what that vibe is. While I am still planning to proceed with my wedding, my mother's approval is very important to me. And I hate this roadblock. I am also wary enough to heed her warning somewhat, because what if she is right? I have asked her to sit with us both to talk and go into more details about her reservations. But she said the spirit, that spirit, is leading her away from my partner. What do I do? Can you imagine? A lot of us, if you notice, the mom said that she's getting a bad vibe. right? And a lot of us know about that discerning spirit, but look, this one is not that the mom has discerned anything. It's just that she got the bad vibe. She cannot elaborate. She doesn't want to sit and speak to the partner, but she is not supporting the wedding itself, this marriage. Okay, a few people have actually given their input. I'm going to read what some of the suggestions have been so far, and then I'm going to say what I think. And of course, Destiny family, if you have an opinion, any of you, just add it to the comment section. Let us start a conversation. Or you could, I'm going to read 3 comments. Let me see if it is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comments, and then, or the recommendations, and then you can see of the 5 which of them you are in more agreement with. And of course, just drop them in the comment section as well. So one suggestion is to speak to your mother again. Tell her how much you love her and would like for her to be a part of your wedding. Let her know why you believe this person is the one for you, and also that you need more specific and practical information from her if you are to change your plans. Remind her that you are adult enough. If that was in a West Indian household, definitely you know what that what I've said, what that meant when you're going to tell your parents that you are adult enough. But let us hear. So remind her that you are adult enough to make a choice and to stand by it. Come what may. Let her know you want her support though. So one person said, look, speak to your mom. Let her know that, look, I am an adult now, mom, and you have trained me up well. Allow me to make my mistakes, right? But I still want your support. So that was suggestion 1. All right, let's see what suggestion 2 is. Suggestion 2 says, speak to your pastor. Ask your pastor to have a meeting with your mom and yourself before the wedding. There, they both can share comments and concerns with each other and with you. If your pastor is indeed confident with your partner, then he can help to assure her, which is your mom, and answer concerns she may have. Ask your pastor to meet with your mother at a location that might make a candid discussion with her easy. So this is suggestion 2. Speak to your pastor. Take your pastor to take them to a location, a setting where your mom can be relaxed, where they can just have a little candid conversation, a little light-hearted conversation. So this person at this point is saying, look, so you're not going to include the partner yet in this one. What you're going to do is take your mom to see the pastor, and where your mom will probably be more at ease, to sort of elaborate somewhat to say why you actually don't want me to get married to this man. So that is suggestion 2. Doesn't sound bad actually, the both suggestions so far. Suggestion 3, speak to your fiancé. Reassure him of your love. Let him know that you value your mother's input and you really want her blessing. Let him know of your plan to have a meeting with your pastor and your mother. I think that this sounds really good, actually. I actually like it, because before perhaps it could be seen as if, that she was going behind her fiance's back to have a discussion about him. But I like this one. This one is saying, yes, you're going to have a conversation. You're still going to have the meeting with the pastor, but out of respect for your fiance. And I really like that. Just let him know that, look, I love you, I treasure you, but I'm going to have a little discussion with my pastor and my mother. Because at the end of the day, you know, you never can tell. This could come out later on, and perhaps someone could end up feeling hurt that, you know, she did not trust him enough to actually divulge certain things that was going on. Of course, you know, I don't think that she would go into details, but, you know, out of respect, of course, this person is saying, let your fiance know about that you're going to have a little meeting and stuff. So let me see. So tell me if you agree with that one. Number 4 says, get premarital counseling. Make sure to get proper counseling. Preparatory work can take as much as 8 weeks. Please take the time and make the relevant investments to do that. Your sessions should involve questionnaires with deep, probing questions and provide you and your partner with the necessary tools for managing the marriage. You can also let your mother know of your plans to have extensive premarital counseling session. You know, all of these are actually, I think that they are actually pointing her in the right direction. What do you think so far, my Destiny family? So, suggestion 1 was to speak to your mother again. You know, let her know. Suggestion 2 was speak to your pastor and have the mother around so that the mother can actually, you know, elaborate on what she's feeling so that you can know if, you know, her concerns are, you know, valid, if and so forth, you know, if there is any reason for it. And another suggestion said, speak to your fiance, let him know that, look, my mom has a bit of concerns. We're just going to speak to the pastor, you know, see if we can get something out of her, put it that way. And the 4th suggestion, get premarital counseling. I don't know what you think, but so far, to be honest with you, they actually sound good. Another person, which is the last one that I'm going to read, says, getting the blessing of your mother is important. However, not at any cost. If your mother has a track record of giving you good, reliable advice, then her advice should matter and more. You will also have to consider, though, that parents can have a bias which can impact your ability to be objective and form proper opinions. Biases can be social, religious, and racial. So this person is saying, okay, take everything with a pinch of salt, right? Look at your mom's track record. In the past, has she given you actually good advice? You know, did they always come through? Were they sound? And what have you? Based on that, you make a judgment whether or not to actually go with what she is saying, right? So these are the suggestions so far. But when I look into it at first, when I read it, guys, I realized that even though the young lady actually wanted the mom to further, just to elaborate, what about him? What is this vibe that you are getting? The mom was saying, look, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not feeling the vibe. I'm not getting the right vibe. The young lady went as far as to say, okay, talk to both of us then. Let us know what your concerns are, which, by the way, is a fair thing to say. If you have a concern, speak to us or even pull me to one side, as the daughter, pull me to one side, tell me what your concerns are, so that I can see, if I can actually help, or if I can even observe further to see if, your concerns are substantiated and stuff, right? But the mom is saying, look, the spirit, not just the vibe now, the spirit is leading me away from this gentleman. So it's as if he's saying, this one is not the right one for you, and you need to hear what I'm saying. I didn't get the impression that the mom was being boisterous or anything like that, but she made she gave her opinion. She said, look, I don't think that this person is right for you. My Destiny family, what do you think? If this was your sister, if this was your friend, if you were the mom's friend as well, what advice would you give? So I'm going to look at it. I want to look at it, from both angles as well. Because, okay, if you look into it, the young lady's concern is, what if my mom, is right? Because, it's always good to actually have a good relationship with your family, because she is thinking, okay, what if she is right? Because if she is right, if you look into it, the dilemma, she is thinking, okay, if my mom is right, I probably will need my mom's support in the future, based on what is happening. So you can understand where she's coming from. And you can see that more or less they have a good relationship. But this young lady said that I still intend to get married in 2024. I like the suggestions given, because I believe that if the mom get to a point where she opens up, whether she opened up to the daughter by herself, open up before the daughter and the pastor, or if she wants to open up in the presence of the fiancé and the daughter, which I definitely would never encourage, because sometimes, some parents can be very direct. Sometimes the words that come out, the meaning that you have behind it, the words just don't come out sounding that way. And one thing you have to remember is that once the word is spoken, man, you cannot take it back. So that could end up ruining the relationship between the mother and the fiancé and future husband as well forever. So perhaps not with the fiancé. I would still encourage her, because it's obvious that she's not opening up with the daughter by herself. So I think that the route of involving a pastor, right? Or even if the mother probably is not religious, even if she doesn't want to involve a pastor, I would involve even like a best friend alongside my mother. Be it a best friend on the part of the young lady with your mother, with the mother, or your mother, a friend, someone who is friends with the mother, so that you can sit down and just have a candid conversation. Tell me exactly what are you feeling, right? What can we do? Where do we go from here? That is what I would do if I was the daughter, right? Because it is true that sometimes nothing is guaranteed in life, right? So if you realize the daughter is saying, I don't know where she's coming from, I am in love, but what if? That little question is at the back of my mind. What if my mom, what if later on in life, it proves that she was right all along? So I'm looking at it from the daughter's side. Yes, it would be difficult to stop a wedding. And I'm talking from the daughter's side. Remember, I'm going to talk from the mother's point of view later. It would be hard to actually stop a wedding based on just a vibe. So if the mother is not able to elaborate, right, to convince me, show me exactly what is that bad vibe, what have you seen, right, what is it that I need to know, then of course, if that cannot be done, like the daughter said, I would go through with the wedding, right? I definitely would go through with the wedding, but I would every step of the way still tell the mother about it. And if you notice, I'm saying tell, because if the mother does not want to get involved later on, you cannot actually force her to get involved. And to be honest with you, you know, some parents, especially if it's a West Indian parent, trust me, if they are not into the person, they probably, you'd be lucky if they even turn up at the wedding, right? Much less to make an input. Whereas some people, even if they do not have like the choices that you are making because of you as a daughter, they would go the extra mile, they would continue, they would help you right through with the wedding just to ensure that you enjoy your day, right? So for me, that's what I would do. Mommy, whether or not you want to know about it, I am still going to tell you every step of the way. Mommy, today I'm going to try on my dress. Mommy, do you want to come? I would love you there. If mommy says no, okay, at least I have told mommy about it. Mommy, today is the rehearsal, so and so and so. Do you think that I should be doing X, Y, Z? This is my color, you know, these are the colors that I'll be using, so and so. Every step of the way. If I was that daughter and I decide to go through with that wedding, every step of the way, whether or not the mother wants to hear it, I am still going to try as much as possible to get her involved so that, you know, later on, she cannot say, you made decision, you didn't involve me or anything like that. And remember, relationships, parents as well, sometimes they're easy to forgive. So you will know that even if she's vexed right now, perhaps a few weeks from now, perhaps after the wedding, then of course, you know, she will actually come around. And to be fair, we are now in 2023. She's planning to get married in 2024. There is enough time actually for her to actually observe certain things. So it would be nice if the mother actually open up to let the daughter know exactly what the concerns are. What do you think, guys? Do you think that that's a fair point for me to say on the part of the daughter, right? What do you think? You can let me know. Just let me know in the comment section. Now, I am a mom, so I'm going to put on my mom's hat. As a mom, I probably would feel disrespected if I speak and I feel as if my concerns are not heard. Listen carefully. I am not saying that my daughter would have to follow what I have said, but I definitely would voice my concern. So where I think the mother, speaking from a mother's point of view, or, you know, I definitely don't agree with her not elaborating just by saying, I'm getting a bad vibe. Mother, for you to get that bad vibe, there has to be something that you have observed. It cannot be simply that, I get a bad vibe. We get a bad vibe every day, right? But it doesn't mean that it's necessarily true. So I, as a mother, what I would do is that I would sit my daughter down one-to-one and I would say, these are my concerns. What that would do is that would give my daughter enough time with her fiancé to actually, you know, try to sort of, you know, ease the fear and perhaps gradually, because like I've said, this wedding is for 2024. It's just 2023. So of course there would be enough time for the mother to actually observe, to actually see whether or not, because sometimes you can misinterpret, or you can get the wrong impression, like you think that the person meant this when they actually meant that. And as a mother, trust me, as parents, sometimes nobody will be good enough for our children. And as well, sometimes for parents as well, because they don't want the children to move on. You always see them as like your little baby, so and so. You don't want them to grow up. So it's one way of you actually holding on to them for longer by not wanting them to actually move on. Unfortunately as well, some parents actually pick out partners for their children. So they have their eyes on somebody who they think would be best for their daughter. And because they already have their eyes on somebody, nobody else will be good enough for their little girl. So when you look at it, you would have to look at it, okay, where is the mother coming from? But from what we have heard so far, nothing is there to substantiate it. So all I can say is that I hope that the mother will get to the point where she actually opens up. And if she was deliberately trying to sabotage this partnership, right, and stopping the girl from getting, from the couple from getting married for no apparent reason, I hope that soon and very soon she would, just do the right thing by saying, look, I probably made a mistake. Even pull the daughter aside and say, I was just trying to hold on to you. I'm sorry, my reason was unfounded. The little vibe that I was getting, I have observed and I realized that your partner is actually right for you, right? So I don't think that the intuition is, sometimes be careful. I am not saying, because remember, sometimes the mother actually knows. Sometimes they cannot sometimes you can't put your finger on it. Something is not right, but you cannot put your finger on it. But even if that is the situation, it would only be fair for the mother to actually say it, to say, it's just that I don't know what it is, but I am feeling uneasy. By doing that, what would happen is that the young lady her eyes would be open. She could start observing as well, just to see if the mom's fears are founded or whether they are unfounded, right? Hopefully, because sometimes people don't just get up and get married like that. So I would imagine even though it was not said, I don't know if they were courting for some time. She just said that, and to be fair, it's an engagement is not the marriage itself. So there is still enough time for things to be proven. So I actually think that the enough time is there. And I hope that I hope you're listening to the Destiny family, the advice that is given. Hopefully, we want to wish you all the best in your counseling, if that's because I would definitely suggest counseling as well. And of course, hopefully your mom will at some point will get to the point where she wants to actually elaborate, go into more details as to what this vibe is, right? And then so that you can actually make the decision one way or another. But at the end of the day, like you have said, which I 100% agree, you are an adult. Any decisions that people make, they will have to stand by it. So even if you make a decision, because nobody can see into the future, and that is why, there is always, if me did know, that little saying, if me did know, because nobody can see into the future. Sometimes people start off being a certain way, but you always hear they say that, you cannot hide who you are for long. So you can start off, everything was really, really good. and down the line something happens, that does not mean that your mom was necessarily right, or that it would not be anything for you to beat up yourself. As things stand at the moment, this is your decision. You are adult enough. You are able to know right from wrong. And of course, I would hope that even if the mom was right, even if later on it is proven that the mom was right, I hope that the relationship is so strong that, of course, your mom would still be willing to help you, even if leading up to the wedding, or even if on the day of the wedding, your mom is still not on board. Because, that is what family is for. And a lot of times, a lot of family, no matter what, right? When somebody is in trouble, when a member of the family is in trouble, everybody is still going to rally around. Mistakes are there to be made, right? So you can go ahead, make your mistakes, because I'm sure that your mom even would have made some mistakes along, as she was going on in life. Because we all make mistakes, we learn from it, but it's only fair for you to be given the chance, the opportunity to make your own mistake, even if it is a mistake that you are making. My Destiny family, tell me, do you think that was solid advice? If you have any other advice for this young lady, definitely just pop it in the comments section. And I must say thank you always for your support, my Destiny family. I hope that the advice that I gave is something that you would have supported as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have gotten to this point and you have not subscribed, mate, what are you waiting for? Get on board. There's a reason why you have watched this video to the end. So get on board. Thank you as well for my Destiny family. Until I upload another video, until there's another live, I'm going to say take care of yourself. Peace out. Love you. Bye.